Yo, what up, street gods? They're Kim. Alright, triple thought. This one is how to become a stoic. So, what is stoicism? What is a stoic? So, stoa back in ancient Greek was essentially like kind of a patio or a porch, a stoa where dudes would hang out, and it was a place where a lot of essentially philosophers kind of came around, hung out, and shared thoughts. And essentially the gist of stoicism is like how to extract the maximum upside out of life while clipping the downside. Kind of Nassim Taleb's thought. And to me it's a very pragmatic, practical school of thinking, philosophy to live life, to essentially become more like a badass, to become a Spartan 300. Like whenever you have any cares or sorrows, just be like King Leonidas and just boom, King Leonidas it into the water, baksu or into the hole, right? And so, you know, I did another vlog, the new Spartans. We are the new Spartans. I feel like also we are the new Stoics. The good way to think about it is to become more like indifferent or have insouciance, or not to worry or care so much about the bad things out of life, and how to transform the bad things into life into our benefit. So for example, when bad things happen, just treat it like information or education on what you must change in terms of your technique, your approach, strategies in life. So for example, at the gym, if you do certain exercises which don't feel right or cause bad pain, just don't do them anymore, and just figure out a better strategy. Even something I realized that, you know, everyone does standard deadlifts off the floor, whether conventional or sumo, whatever. Spending some time in Cambodia coming back, I actually discovered that like the approach just didn't feel that natural or good. And what I enjoyed instead was to take it like carte blanche and just do like heavy rack pulls instead, and I actually far prefer it. 안녕하세요. Okay, 우리 작아요. 작았어, 막 okay. And also I think what's important, you know, in the realm of stoicism is, ironically enough, the people who don't call themselves stoics are probably the best stoics. Like Marcus Aurelius never mentions stoicism. Diogenes, you know, the cynic philosopher, the stoic philosophers like to quote Diogenes, but Diogenes never called himself a stoic. And now I think okay. And so nowadays it's funny because a lot of people who aren't religious treat stoicism like their new religion. And I don't think that should be the case, right? Like you know, people want to have their religions, like leave them alone. But stoicism tends to be kind of more of a empirical, pragmatic approach. Imagine kind of like a more badass Buddhism. It's kind of the best way I think about stoicism. I think Nassim Taleb is like, what is a stoic? Imagine a Buddhist with an attitude. Kind of a nice way of thinking about it. I practically like it because, yeah, you know, during times in my life when I had hard times, or, you know, thinking about sad things in the past, or, you know, regrets, or, you know, all my scars, just Google Air Kim scars, hear my sub story. And yeah, like to kind of get over it. And so for me, I almost see stoicism as a stepping block towards something else, which is like a deeper philosophy of things. Stoicism for stoicism's sake, I think, is not a good strategy. I think a more robust strategy is stoicism as simply a mental framework to get over the ills and maladies of life, and then use the rest of your energies in a more constructive way to, you know, either focus on art, entrepreneurship, innovation, philosophy, etc. Stoicism is also a good way to deal with setbacks or to conquer the fear of disappointment. And I don't think one really needs to read any of the OG Stoics. I mean, I named my son Seneca after my favorite Stoic philosopher, Seneca, but honey, 앞에서 앉을래? Okay. But ultimately, with stoicism, you could turn it to whatever you wanted to.